Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Remember, follow me on Instagram at The Jesus Show, NTO. Facebook, The Jesus Show, not that one. TikTok, you can find me at The Jesus Show, not that one. YouTube, type in The Jesus Show, not that one. And email me your questions, comments, and concerns. The Jesus Show, NTO at gmail.com. All right. Do you see that? Do you see the cat in the background? Because a cat is out of the bag, that's right. Allie's pregnant. And we are going to have a second baby. Whoa. So if you've been wondering, man, Jesse, the past couple weeks, he's been not delivering on Wednesdays. And the reason for that is because once Allie found out, she's been sick. And I've been trying to help her out. Just little things. Like sometimes when I try to record on Sunday or Monday night, or even Sunday or Monday, not necessarily at nighttime, she hasn't felt the best. So I'm like, oh, let me try to help her out. And mostly it's let me take care of the baby so that she doesn't have to have, more responsibilities. Not that she can't handle it, because when I'm gone on my trips, she has to handle it. And not only does she handle the baby, but she handles the baby and the dogs. That's the unique part of our job. We don't work regular schedules. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I got a text message from a random number, and that's one of the topics I want to talk about. I don't know if I've talked about it already. Anyways, it reminded me of something. So yeah, we're gonna have a second baby. I think I've said this to you guys before. I initially was very scared to have Athanasios to begin with. I always said I was never going to get married, and I never wanted kids. A big part of that was two things. One of it was, our dad left us. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. One of the reasons was because our dad left us when we were kids. I always feared that I would run out on my family. Even though there's still time for that. But no, I don't see myself doing that at all, because that's a dick move. And the other reason is because, I was molested growing up for so long. I always feared, like, oh shit, am I going to do that to my kid and or kids? But then when we had Athanasios, like even just when he cries, I know I've said it many times. When he cries, whether it's, he falls or he's tired. Right now he has 8 teeth? 4 and 4? 4 top front, 4 bottom front. Then he has 2 molars on the bottom that just cut through, and then I think another one up here. Anyways, just randomly he'll hit his head. He'll he'll smack his head and then he just kind of comes over and goes, I hate it. I hate it when he cries. Because all I want to do is make it better. And sometimes I necessarily can't make it better. You know, I try to put stuff on his gums to help relieve the pain, give him medicine to relieve the pain. But sometimes I can't. And I definitely feel helpless. But like, I can't imagine myself hurting my son. And then when I but like when I hear stories about like, oh, you know, these parents, or this parent did this to their kid, I'm like, how do you do that? I can't fathom that. Even when he was a little baby, there was nights where we could not make him happy at all. And I got a little frustrated, but never to the point where I was like, you damn kid. Because I always thought to myself, he's a brand new human. You know, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to talk. He doesn't know how to tell us what's going on. We can only, assume. We'd change his diaper. We would, feed him. We'd burp him. We make sure he was, what we thought was comfortable, and we just kind of like, are you good? But then one time I told Allie, I said, I also think to myself, this isn't gonna last forever. This stage of him being upset, us not being able to figure out what's going on, it's not gonna last forever. And it didn't. Eventually, as he got a little older, he wasn't losing it all the time. And then it came to, oh man, he's not sleeping through the night. Same thing. I thought to myself, well, it's not going to last forever. It sucks right now, but it's not going to last forever. And then I thought to myself, at least we have a job that when we're gone at work, I can chill and rest and sleep in. The times I would go to Hawaii, like, yeah, it was beautiful. I love it there. I love spending time on the beach and going out for a walk and just chilling. But there was times where I'd land, I'd get to the hotel, I'd shower. If I had enough energy, I'd go to the gym. Then I'd eat something, and then I was in bed by, 5, 6 p.m. local time. And I'd sleep till about 3 or 4 in the morning. Because at 3? It would be 8 a.m. here. 4 a.m. over there would be 9 a.m. here. So your body, just naturally wakes up. So I would wake up, but I'd be asleep for almost 12 hours. But if I went to bed at 6, get a good 9, 10 hours of sleep. Then I wake up real quick and be like, oh, pee, and then go right back to bed and then wake up. So yeah, like going out all night, partying my face off on long layovers, that doesn't happen anymore. I try to just really relax, chill. But he's sleeping through the night now and all that good stuff. So it's good. So yeah, baby number 2. And I told Allie when she told me she was pregnant with Athanasios, I was like, well, if we're going to keep going, let's do this now, because I'm 40 and I'm almost dead. So yeah, so exciting times for us over here. I just got back from Honolulu, and I have a really dope shirt that I bought out there. That's right. The ABC store. On the back, it says ABC store, really big. I don't know if it says Hawaii. I think it does say Hawaii. If you've never been to Hawaii, I've only been to Kona, Maui, and Honolulu. When you're out there, they have these stores they call the ABC stores. I don't know what each letter stands for. If it stands for anything, I really don't know. I should look that up. But they're like 7-Elevens. They're a convenience store, but some of them are bigger than others. Some of them, like the small ones, you can get, snacks, candy, alcohol, beer, wine, hard alcohol, and then, water, Gatorade, juices, things of that nature. It's very, that's it. And then you have bigger ones that have some fresh food in it. And then you have other ones that have, I think most of the ones that I've seen, you can get clothes. They have, men's shirts, women's shirts. They have Hawaiian shirts. They have like little plush dolls. They have these like sushi plush dolls. When I see it, I think to myself, like, that's very like catering to the Asian clientele, because they love that stuff. It's cute. Me and Shay, so I just flew with Shay. She flew out from LA. She worked from LA to Honolulu, and then we worked back to Chicago together. And then that day we landed, that night she went back to LA. So it was a nice surprise. I was on the plane to go to Honolulu, and I get a text from Shay, and she goes, "Hey, Jess, what time are you going to be in Honolulu?" And I was like, "Huh?" I was like, "At this time?" And she was like, "Oh, okay." Because I land at like 5 p.m. And I went, "Word?" She goes, "Yeah, I fly back with you to Chicago." And I was like, "What?" So we went out. And that was kind of funny because we were out till midnight, but we were both like, I think it was funny because I was trying to stay out late for her, and she was trying to stay out late for me. Then the next day, we looked at each other and we're like, "Man, I was really tired." She goes, "I was really tired." I was like, "Why didn't we go to bed early?" She's like, "I thought you." And I go, "I thought." So that was funny. But yeah, the ABC stores. They have one almost on every corner. It's insane. Where we stay, where we get dropped off at our hotel, if you come out the main entrance, right where the cars pull in, if you look literally right across the street. Yeah, it's a small street. It's not like, big. It's just right there. Typically, if I leave my room, go downstairs and walk across it to the ABC store, it'll take me maybe 4 minutes. And the only reason why it takes me that long is because I'm usually waiting for the elevator. The elevator is what takes the longest time. That's about it. So you come out the main entrance, there's one right across the street. And then if you come out this way by the poolside, and then you're on the main road, there's one over here. And that one takes about the same amount of time. It's right there. And then if you come out the main entrance again, you have the ABC right across the street. If you make a left and go to the corner, you cross the street, there's one right there. That one might take you maybe 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes to get to. And if you go down that same way, instead of crossing the street, you make a left at that corner, same side that you're on. And there's an ABC store there. That one's even bigger. That one will take you maybe 6 minutes to get there. So the point is, there's a lot of ABC stores. It's really cool. I don't necessarily know how the locals feel about the ABC stores. Um, but I know tourist people, or at least people that visit, I like it. I'll go to, like, um, when we get into the hotel, I go up to my room, I'll change. Normally, I'll change into my gym attire. And then I'll go to the ABC store before I go to the gym just to have a little something to eat. Because I try not to eat the airplane food. Um, just because, I mean, it's not terrible food, but it's not great. Um, Sometimes we get things that you're like, oh wow, this is, really good. But I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I normally won't eat on the flight there. So I get in and I'll have maybe maybe I'll have like one or two spam musubis. If you've never had it, it's rice. It's a good portion of rice, maybe like this, like that. And it has a piece of spam on it, and it's wrapped with seaweed. I think there's like a little thing around it in the middle. Can't remember right now. Why can't I can't remember that? Anyways, yeah, I think in the middle it has like a thin strip of seaweed, and it's warm. It's called spam masubi. So I'll have one or two of those. I'll have a banana. And then I have my water with me. I used to buy water. But I was like, I don't have to have water if I'm carrying my water bottle with me all the time. I can fill it up at the gym. So yeah, I do that. And then after the gym, I'll go over, and sometimes, depending on how I feel, after the gym, I'll go upstairs, shower, change, and then I'll go over to an ABC store, whichever one I'm around. And then I'll buy either a couple beers or a 6-pack. And then I go down to the beach, find my little spot, get my feet in the sand, have my cold beer, pop one open, and just sit there, enjoy the ocean, enjoy the view. And then just think about stuff. So that's really cool. Yeah, there was a point to my story when I started talking. I think I was gonna just tell you guys about ABC store, and then I just went into what I do on my Hawaii layovers. And I think I've said it before. If I could pick from, like, if I had to go 1, 2, 3, Honolulu, Maui, and Kona, I would go Maui number 1, Honolulu 2, Kona 3. The reason for it is we used to stay at a different hotel in Kona, and it was downtown Kona. Like, we'd walk out right out of the hotel, and everything was there. Bars, restaurants, shops, everything. So you can walk along the main road, and you have any and everything you wanted. And then now they moved this to this other hotel, and we're nowhere close anywhere. You can like Uber or take a free trolley, but then it's like, but then you gotta get there, you gotta get back. As opposed to, we were able to just walk out, go do whatever we wanted, then come back in. So I'm like, eh. And then I love Honolulu, but I don't know. There's something like tranquil about Maui, and we all get balconies in Maui, so it makes it a lot more chill. So yeah. I was thinking the other day, I was on my walk with the boys, and I thought about, football, American football. I thought to myself, it's called football, But the only time there's foot involved, a foot, is when you're punting, kicking field goals, and kickoffs. So there's some elements of foot to ball, but I wouldn't say enough to call a sport football and not have it the sport be the majority of the sport be, foot to ball, to be football. There's throwing, there's catching, there's handing off, there's running with the ball. But I wouldn't say a lot of football happens in football. And it got me thinking, and I thought to myself, why don't we call it hand foot run ball? Hand foot run ball. Right. Hand foot run ball. Yeah, hand foot run ball. Hey, have you seen that hand foot run ball? Hand foot run ball. Man, did you see that hand foot run ball game? Man. Because there's hands involved. There's foot involved, but there's also run. Hand foot run ball. I thought about it. I said that in my head. I said, hand foot run ball. And there was a couple coming towards me. I have the dogs on my right side. I have the baby. I'm pushing the baby in the stroller. These people are passing by me. And in my head, I said, hand foot run ball. That's what it should be called. And I started dying laughing. To the point where these people were like, and I went, oh, good morning. Dying laughing. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's something else we can try. I think last episode I said, oh yeah, last episode was gran or chak. Gran, a very lazy way to say grande, which, gran to mean big. Oh, is that thing gran? Use it as a slang, or chak. Chaquito is slang already. And then chiquito means small in Spanish. So it's like gran or chak. Like, what size is that? Is that the gran or the chak? So I said, try that out. Try hand foot run ball. Hey, have you watched the hand foot run ball team of the Patriots of New England? They're really good. Tom Brady, he played really good hand foot run ball. Like, he's the best that ever played hand foot run ball. So, I'm just saying. And then football, soccer, football involves the foot to the ball most of the game. The only person that uses their hands is the goalkeeper. And it's not like the entire game is, shot to the keeper, shot to the keeper, shot to the keeper, shot to the keeper. And all you're seeing is just football to hand, football to hand, football to hand, football to hand, football to hand. So yeah, there's, passing, runs, oh, kicking, oh, headers, oh, this, oh, trusting the ball, that, blah, 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 blah. But there's a lot more foot to ball in soccer than there is foot to ball in football. Yeah, think about it. Remember, hand foot run ball. Hand foot run ball. Let's start something new. Why not? So I'm going to give you guys my picks for this week. And this week, this is Jesus's Football Picks Corner with yours truly, Jesus. Not that one. Here we go. Let's see. I think there was. Yes. So Greg goes to the Giants versus 49ers game tomorrow night. And I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with the 49ers because they're playing at home. I don't know much about the Giants, but I don't think the Giants are very good. I mean, they could be. I don't know. You guys might be watching this and hearing this and be like, Jesse doesn't know shit. The Giants are fucking awesome this year. But I don't know. I'm going with the 49ers. Then, let's see. Colts and Ravens. I'm going to go with the Ravens. Browns and Titans. I'm going to go with the Browns. Why not? Dolphins and Broncos. Let me go with the Dolphins. Patriots and Jets. I'm going to go with the Patriots. Because, Greg and Patriots and Tim Britton used to play, so obviously, duh. Bills and Commanders. I'm going to go with the Bills. Bills, just for you, Jordan. Falcons and Lions. I'm going to go with the Falcons. Saints and Packers. I'm going to go with the Saints. Texans, Jaguars. I'm going to go with Texans because of you, Rob. S.A. Rob. Chargers and Vikings. I'm going to go with the Chargers. And the reason why I'm going to go with the Chargers, I'm going to explain that one real quick. My brother is a huge, huge Vikings fan. Huge Vikings fan. But as a Vikings fan, I feel like my brother Greg is brutally honest about the team that he likes. And the conversations we've had, he has told me the shortcomings that the Vikings have. And he's like, this, but so even though I feel like my brother, deep down inside, he wants the Vikings to win. Deep down inside. But then his heart, I think in my brother's heart, he wants the Vikings to win. But then his brain takes over and goes, no, motherfucker, they're not going to win. And then they don't. I'm sorry, Greg, I don't mean to laugh. But I just think it's funny that you can be brutally honest about your team. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Chargers on that one. And then Panthers and Seahawks. I don't know, Seahawks. And then Cowboys and Cardinals. So the Cowboys are 2-0. The Cardinals are 0-2. I used to be a Cowboys fan when I was younger. Like I liked, Troy Aikman, Terrell Owens, Emmitt Smith. I mean, that was a stacked team. But we're not in that time period anymore. And I feel like a lot of Cowboys fans are just annoying. They're like, we're the best team ever. We're America's team. And honestly, I've asked many of them, I go, but why though? Because you guys used to win all the time? Because you guys haven't won now. Since I can remember, since I started growing up and being an adult and watching more and more football, mostly not by choice. It was, you're out with friends, drinking, hanging out, or at somebody's house, they have it on. I've seen nothing but losses, a lot of losses by the Cowboys. So I really don't know where this. I think the term I'm looking for is hubris. They have this like hubris about them. I think I'm using that right. I hope I'm using that word right, or that term. But America's team, come on, Patriots again. Tim Brittany, duh. So even though they're 2-0, I feel like sometimes the Cowboys start off the season well, and then they start eating shit, or they start eating shit and then they kind of do well, and then their fans like, here we go, Super Bowl baby, and then they don't, per usual. So I'm like, relax. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. I don't know. Cowboys could go 3-0. I don't know. And then the last game. Oh no, 2 more games. Sorry. Well, I guess 3 after this one. Bears and Chiefs. Chiefs. Come on. Ever since I've lived here, the Bears, they suck dick and fucking pussy. I mean, the Bears suck. It's kind of funny. Where we live, it's there's a lot of Bears fans, but they just suck. It's bad. I'm like, you guys, just because they're right over there doesn't mean you have to cheer for them. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs on that one. And then the Monday night, sorry, the Bucks and the Eagles are 2-0. Fuck it, let me go with the Eagles. Let's go with the Eagles on that one. Because I really don't know, to be honest with you. And then Bengals and Rams. I'm going to go with the Bengals because I don't think the Bengals are going to go 0-3. I don't know if Burrow, I think that's how you say the guy's last name. I don't know if he's going to play. I know he's hurt, I think. Could have sworn he got hurt or something. Yeah, so that's been Jesse's NFL football run foot handball score predictions for week 3, right? We're on week 3? Are we in week 3? Yeah, week 3. There you go. You're welcome. I don't know if you guys heard this. A Montreal soccer player. He plays in MLS. Well, played. He used a fake name to play in an indoor league and then ended up punching somebody. And now his contract has been terminated. What? I don't know much about professional soccer players' contracts. But I know professional athletes are prohibited from doing certain things. I believe they're prohibited from playing different sports. I think even in rec leagues, they can't just like, oh, I'm gonna go join a flag football league on Sundays or Tuesdays, or I don't fucking know, because the team that has them under contract is paying them, and they're being paid to perform for the team that's paying them, right? Paying for their service. If they end up getting hurt outside of their job, then that negatively impacts the team. Well, you can't go try to hurt yourself outside of your job. I think professional sports teams understand that there's daily, or at least there's a possibility of occurrences happening, injuries happening, accidents happening when you're not playing. But I think those are more, this is everyday stuff. Let's say somebody is putting something up to their house and they're on a ladder and they end up falling and hurting themselves. I don't know if teams like, hey, you can't, there's no ladders for you. Person, you cannot get on ladders. I don't know if that's a stipulation. But again, there's certain things you can't do. And it's not like the team tells you, "Hey, by the way, you just signed this contract. You can't do this now." In the contract, it tells you, "Hey, you can't do boom, 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 boom." And as a person signing the contract, you say, "Yes, I agree to those terms." You know, I'm sure their agents go over it with them. I'm sure. I guess I shouldn't say I'm sure. I think there's like a team contract person. They go, hey, just a reminder, page 4. Do you see that list of things you can't do? Read them over. Make sure you're okay with those because that's the only way we're going to give you a contract. And then you go, yeah, that's fine. So for this player, I don't understand. Like, you've worked all the way to become a professional soccer player. You're on the team. You're there. You've made it. And then to throw it away to go play in an indoor league, I don't like. Maybe he wanted to practice on his footwork, but I mean, there's better ways to do that than. I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like now your contract is terminated. Now you're not a professional soccer player, at least for right now. I don't know the guy's name. I don't know who he is. Maybe he'll go to a different league and still be a professional soccer player. I don't know, man. I wish the guy best of luck. Hopefully he can make better decisions moving forward, but I don't know. Who knows? Did you guys hear that the U.S. military, I think this was a couple days ago or something, they lost an F-35 jet? Well, not lost it. It crashed, apparently. The pilot ejected. I think it was in South Carolina. But the listen to what I'm about to say. The U.S. military, the military of these United States of America, they put out a statement asking the public, you and I, hey, have you guys seen an F-35 jet anywhere in this area? First off, that is one of the wildest statements the U.S. military could come out with. The reason why I say that is because these jets, these military jets, these fighter jets, they're, number one, super fucking expensive. They have all this technology in them. You would think that if there's a crash, they would be able to find their jet. Apparently they can't. They have to rely on everyday citizens to be like, what's that over there? Kind of looks like an expensive jet. Why don't I alert the local authorities? I would assume that the military, when the jet takes off, they can go, like, they have it on the screen. And then, God forbid something happens, like it crashes. And they can go, oh shit, it went down. It went down right over there. Go get it. And then they can, like, send a team to, like, assess the damage. But yeah, for them to go, I don't know where it is. Do you? Because I don't know where it is. Can you tell us? Can you help us? Hey, I lost the jet. Do you have like 5 minutes to help me out to find it? That's insane to me. That's insane. They shouldn't be losing jets like that. Should not. Last thing I want to end with. Have you guys seen The Machine, the movie? It's Bert Kreischer's film. I never saw it in theaters, which I regret not doing. I should have watched it in theaters, and I didn't. But now it's on Netflix. It's available now on Netflix. If you haven't seen this movie, watch it. I remember when Bert Kreischer, the comedian, by the way, you guys should know who he is. When Bert was talking about how he was going, I think he went to Turkey. I don't remember where they filmed it. But I remember, he has the podcast Two Bears One Cave with Tom Segura. I remember he was like, I'm off to go film the movie. And then he came back and he, like, kind of said some stuff, but not really. And then it came out for the premiere, and like I heard nothing but good things from it. And I think Bert was a little modest, where he's like, like, I'm not an actor, but like, I think I did okay. And then watching the movie, he did, in my eyes, I think Bert fucking killed it. From the beginning of the movie, I'm in there. I'm invested. I was like, oh shit. I thought the storyline was good. The acting was really good. Even some of the, like, the fight scenes were good. I didn't find any part of that movie boring. I didn't find any lulls in the film. I think it was great. It makes me want to see more movies with Bert. I can't say enough about it. There's even parts in the movie where Bert gets emotional, and at least for me, when he gets emotional in the movie, it feels real. Like he tapped into that acting where, I don't know, at least again for me, I felt the emotions with him. It's a fun movie. You guys should see it. It's available now on Netflix. It's called The Machine. Like I said before, if you haven't seen it, watch it. I've already watched it 3 times since it's come out. Great film. And make sure to rate it. Give it the double thumbs up. Bert, fucking dope ass movie, man. Yeah, that's all I want to talk to you guys this week about. Remember, rate, like, share, and subscribe, and tell everybody you know to listen to The Jesus Show, not that one. And I'll see you next week.